Okay, hello everyone, and I'm back again with yet another video on the coronavirus. Now, I made one video before on the coronavirus, like right when it was coming around the United States and many other countries around the world, and it's kind of really escalated to this point where a lot more serious things have happened and a lot more, crazy things, whether it be in the media or, just in real life. You'll see even crazy things happen, and I've seen them personally myself. And I'm sure some of you out there have seen them as well, no matter what city or what state you live in. You've probably seen at least a couple of these things that I'll mention in this video that have been occurring because of the coronavirus. So what's been going on out there lately is there's a massive panic because of the coronavirus. There have been people stocking up on things from toilet paper to hand sanitizer to food. And I've seen it myself. I went to Walmart recently again, and literally there was like no toilet paper on the shelves, and we've been like stocking up on this stuff because everyone else is, and might as well before they do, because everyone's in a panic over this thing, and people are buying, so you might as well just stock up now, I guess. And I can only imagine what all these stores around the country have been experiencing because of this whole situation with all these people buying everything basically from local convenience stores to places like Walmart and Target. And believe it or not, I've had a cold recently. I think there's all sorts of sickness going around in general. I really don't think I have the coronavirus because the symptoms I have aren't really symptoms for the coronavirus from what I've seen. I think it's just a common cold. It's mostly gone now. It only lasted like a couple days. And, even if it was the coronavirus, it wouldn't have been a really serious one to begin with, since, I've only been sick for like the past couple days and it's really starting to clear up now. I'm barely sick anymore besides, being slightly stuffy, but that's really about it. And with spring coming here around, the northern hemisphere, northwestern hemisphere, there's obviously going to be some sickness going around, so what has been happening around Washington, my home state of Michigan, and a couple other states across the United States is all K-12 schools have been closed, and along with a lot of colleges I've seen have been closed due to this coronavirus situation for like a month, I think until like April 6th. I think it's actually 3 weeks, but all K-12 schools have been closed down until that time, and this is like the first time I've ever seen something like this happen. I didn't see this happen during the whole Ebola situation when I was like around 14 or 15 years old. I think that happened, and school was still in session and everything, and it wasn't as big of a deal as the coronavirus is, though I think Ebola was, of course, more of a thing to worry about than the coronavirus because there were more deaths from Ebola than coronavirus, and it is heavily more likely that you will die from that than the coronavirus. So it kind of surprised me that they didn't shut down the schools then, but they're shutting down the schools now because of the coronavirus. So if you're still in school, then you're in luck because schools are closed. In a way, I kind of wish I was still in high school in that sense because, I've never seen anything like this happen when I was in school. I don't know if you guys have, but, in my school experience throughout the 2000s and 2010s, I didn't really experience anything like this. So if you guys did, let me know the situation. But when I was in school, I didn't really experience anything like this besides extreme weather, causing school to close for like a week. But yeah, let me know if you guys have experienced anything like that before. As far as vaccines go, I've read a couple articles stating that there's a vaccine ready for testing and they're really working hard in this thing. I believe it's in China from what I remember from the article that I read. I'll try to find it and show it up on the screen here, but from the article that I read, I think they are testing a vaccine to see if it's effective and safe to do. Hopefully, it gets over here to the United States and all other countries across the world so that we can get vaccinated and be done with this coronavirus thing. I really hope it gets done with soon, not only because, it's dangerous, but because of the whole panic situation and all that it's causing. Which I think it's a little overly feared a little bit, but of course I can understand people's concerns, especially with these older people and younger people. I've read all sorts of articles on older people that have gotten it and even newborn babies that have been getting it, and it definitely is very sad, and they definitely have a higher chance of getting the coronavirus than you know, younger people, and they have a higher chance of dying. You know, of course, me at my age, at 19 years old, you know, I probably won't die from it. It's a very, very, very slim chance for someone like me to die from it, considering, you know, my medical history in general. You know, I've had a pretty healthy medical history, you know, believe it or not. You know I'm really skinny, but I've had a really, you know, clean medical history, and I've had a lot of vaccines done on myself, which I guess that can be kind of to blame, but, you know, I've always had a pretty decent medical history, so I don't really see myself dying from the coronavirus, but that's just me, considering, you know, I'm 19, I'm not like 65 or anything, and I'm not like 2 years old. So most likely I'm really not going to die from this, but I do still worry about my elders and, you know, the really young kids that are like 3 years old, that of course can have more serious effects on them than someone like me. And also, events with more than 250 people in my home state of Michigan are all shut down, and I believe a lot of events with around that many people across the world have also been shut down, you know, and I don't blame them, honestly, because this thing can spread through the air, and until we, you know, get this situation really under wrapped, then I think we should, you know, shut down all these things. You know, sad to see, you know, even if we do lose a little bit of revenue, it's worth, you know, trying to get this whole thing resolved, and, you know, having a lot less people getting this and dying from it. So yes, I understand the panic to an extent, you know, with these older people and, you know, extremely young people, but, you know, I think it's blown a little bit out of proportion a little bit, especially with the, you know, the whole toilet paper thing, you know, people stocking up on that. I mean, hand sanitizer makes a little more sense, but still, I mean, you don't need to stock up on like 10,000 of them. You may want to get a lot, but I mean, that much is just like, man, you have more than enough for like a long time, and there's probably going to be a resolution for this problem by then, so I don't understand why you're stocking up on like 10,000 hand sanitizers, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, yes, of course, I do think we should all wash our hands as much as possible to avoid this whole coronavirus situation, but I mean, stocking up on all these hand sanitizers when you have like more than enough for like a whole year, like, jeez, man. So that's pretty much all I have to say for this video. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are on it. I think this whole situation is going to get resolved pretty soon. Hopefully, you know, with this vaccine that's supposed to come out. And let me know what your guys' thoughts are. So yeah, I will see you guys later. Peace.